Welcome to your Detroit Public Library Digital Library. My name is Joya Menino, and I'm the Children's Librarian at the Wilder branch of the Detroit Public Library. Today, I'm going to share with you a story. It's an old Russian folk tale, and it is called The Turnip, or The Gigantic Turnip, or The Enormous Turnip. The tale has been rewritten and adapted numerous times, and it is has been translated into other languages. It is available at the Detroit Public Library's Hoopla page and other online sources. This is the story of the turnip. Once upon a time, a little old man, he planted a turnip seed. Every day he watered it, and he watched it grow. And he watched it grow, and he watched it grow. When the old man saw how tall the leaves had grown, he said, "This is no ordinary turnip. This is a great, big, huge, humongous turnip. And it's ready to be picked." So the little old man, he grabbed the leaves near the ground, and he began to pull, and he began to pull, and he began to pull. But the turnip would not come out of the ground. Along came an old woman, and she wondered what he was up to. And she asked him, and he said, "Fee-fi-fo-fout, this turnip won't come out." So the little old lady said, "Let me help you." So the little old lady, she grabbed a hold of who? The little old man. And what did they do? They began to pull. And they pulled. And they pulled. But the turnip still wouldn't come out of the ground. Along came their granddaughter, a little girl. And she wondered what they were up to. And she asked them. And the little old man answered, "Fee-fi-fo-fout, this turnip won't come out." And the little girl said, "Well, let me help." So the little girl grabbed a hold of who? Yes, the little old lady. And the little old lady grabbed a hold of who? The little old man. And what did they do? They tried to pull that turnip out of the ground. And they pulled, and they pulled, and they pulled, but the turnip still wouldn't come out of the ground. Along came their dog. A strong, fierce dog. And he wondered what they were up to. And the little old man answered again, "Fee-fi-fo-fout, this turnip won't come out." So the dog, the strong dog said, "Woof, woof, woof, let me help." So the little dog, he grabbed a hold of who? The little girl. And the little girl grabbed a hold of who? The old lady. And the old lady grabbed a hold of who? The old man. And what did they do, boys and girls? They pulled, and they pulled, and they pulled, and they pulled, but the turnip still wouldn't come out of the ground. Along came a cat. And the cat said, "Meow, meow, meow, what are you doing?" And the little old man answered, "Fee-fi-fo-fout, this turnip won't come out." And the cat said, "Meow, meow, meow, let me help you." So the cat grabbed a hold of who? The dog. And the dog grabbed a hold of who? The little girl. And the little girl grabbed a hold of who? Yes, that's right, the little old lady. And the little old lady grabbed a hold of who? The little man. And what did they do? They pulled at that turnip. And they pulled, and they pulled, and they pulled. And still the turnip would not come out of the ground. Along came a teeny tiny little mouse, and in his teeny tiny voice he said, "Squeak, squeak, squeak, what are you doing?" And the little old man answered, "Fee-fi-fo-fout, this turnip won't come out." And the little mouse said in a little teeny tiny voice, "Let me help you." And the old man and the old woman, the little girl and the dog and the cat, they started to laugh. "How can a little mouse help us?" And the little mouse said, "Let's just see." So little mouse grabbed a hold of the cat. And the cat grabbed a hold of the strong dog. And the dog grabbed a hold of the little girl. And the little girl grabbed a hold of who? The little lady. Little lady grabbed a hold of who? The little old man. And what did they do? They pulled and they pulled and they pulled and they pulled. And that turnip came out of the ground. And it was a great big huge humongous turnip, just like the little old man had thought. Now, boys and girls, one thing about folk tales that I want to share with you today is that folk tales often have a lesson that they want to teach us. Now, if we had to come up with a lesson for this story, we could say that the moral of this story is that if we all work together, we can do anything. No matter how small or strong or old or tall we are, we can do anything, boys and girls. Think of what you can do during this time to help your parents at home, because no matter how small or how tall or how strong or how brave or how intelligent you are, you can help. Thank you so much for attending the Detroit Public Library Digital Library program.